Well, hello, welcome back to another show on the Zen Alchemist channel. And we'll teach you about alchemy over here and also do live videos, which I'm unable to do currently on my main channel, Zen Atma. And this is a video I've touched on before and made a couple lingering thoughts I've left out there for people to chew on during some of my videos. But we'll get right to it here. And it's one of the most amazing things. It sounds so childish to say FAP because it is. It's a childish word. It's very really I can, and you have adults saying this, no FAP, and they think there's something to it. And I'd like to go dig a lot deeper into it for these people. And there's a lot of women that prescribe to this protocol, and they think it makes them more powerful. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you how it happens. We're going to talk about organite, Orgone energy, Wilhelm Reich, transmutation, fluid dynamics, flux, flow. I mean, this is all, I've just given it away. You can't dam things up. This is not to suggest you should be throwing your fluid everywhere every day. But certainly there can be backups in the system which will cause too much pressure, and you can break things within the system. A woman should be orgasming all the time. These women that go without orgasming, they're building up energy and they're going to go fucking crazy, like nutso. They're spastic. If you start to watch some of their channels, they're like, oh, I'm more powerful, I'm more powerful. Like, powerful for what? What is the goal of life? Isn't it joy? Isn't it orgasmic? Isn't it happiness? Isn't it this fluid energy fluxing through the body? Isn't that what it is? Isn't it riding the dragon, you know? Flipping the dragon over and riding it all over the world and go wherever you want, do whatever you want. It's how you transmute energies in the body, and it's how you there's an allowance. It's why you get massage. It's why this certain energy flows through the body. It's certainly for men, as we get deeper into this, there's a reason that and a way to cycle the energy inside of the body, and you shouldn't be dropping your seed everywhere. But for most people, that's not. The Taoist sexual practices, that takes a long time to even develop, to get to the point that you're even good at it, if that's even to be an accomplished Taoist sexual practitioner. But for most people, the buildup of energy, whatever it might be, you're going to cause havoc in the body, because most people practicing this no FAP, they're trying to gain power. The longing for power is already shows that you're powerless, and it shows the desire for something. Because you're not getting the sex you want, because you're not getting the trade and the flow of energy with someone else, or with yourself most importantly. So what you don't touch yourself. What the fuck? In this body, what are you talking about? A lot of people, they clog energy up. They don't. People don't, like, no FAP, right? It doesn't make any sense. Don't masturbate, don't jerk off, don't play with yourself. Sounds like that's what you tell a kid. Get your hands off your dick. Don't play with that. Sounds like really, wow, it's kind of sexually repressive, wouldn't it seem? And the repression of sexuality and the sexual energy is what Wilhelm Reich and Orgone energy is all about. It's every disease in the body is a blockaging. If I say it in the world of fluid dynamics, it would be tubes minus obstruction equal vitality, and your entire body is made of tubes. And if you obstruct something, then there'll be a lack of vitality. And there's no way anyone is in the right health to be practicing not masturbating or not releasing some energy. You have to let some energy go, or else you can break things in the body. And that's from a fluid level, and from an energetics level, from another body level, from the sexual energy of what you'd call the electromagnetic spectrum, or how Wilhelm Reich gets into organite and what that might be, and what prana and chi are, because these are all kind of similar, but not really. They're held in different bodies within your body. You're like a Russian doll of different densities of bodies. Well, each one can have blockages or backups. So the idea here again is, um, it, 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 if your body isn't already clean and healthy, here, if you do a fast, let me see if I can help people along this idea here, this path. If you do a water fast or a urine fast, what you'll find, what's up, Junipers, is that you'll lose some of your, you won't really be able to get a hard on as a dude, because your body will be in a mode of cleansing, and that's proof that that's when you shouldn't be using it. Your sexual energies will be something else. When you're fasting, you'll be able to use your energies for different things, but you won't really be sexually like wanting to do something. Even though you'll have plenty of energy, you have different types of creative energy, because there's blockages that are being cleaned out of your body, and your body's smarter than you are. But if you continue to feed the body, especially these vegans out here, they're plugging up their body with all of these different salts and plastics and all the other shit that they're putting in their body. Even the people that are on vegetarian diets, whatever diet you're on, you're clogging up your body, and those clogs are what's causing the lack of trans. I'm not gonna say transmutation because that's a little further down, but the lack of flow, the flux, the flow of the energy in the body. And so after you've cleansed your body, then the whole process, the whole system works differently. To think you can just go start being a no fap connoisseur, no fap professional, you're only going to frustrate and cause your head to explode. You're gonna lose your fucking mind. It's not a good look. And I've seen some of these people, and they're just like, they're all excited. I haven't masturbated. I haven't. Me and my boyfriend, we don't even touch anymore. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, that's insane. We live in a sexual world. This whole world. We're bound together. This is one whole sine wave of sexual nature of everything. Everything's having sex right now, and they just block it off. Damn it up, damn it up. Don't allow it for it to happen. That's repression at its finest. Yeah, don't get me wrong with what I'm saying here. Certainly, there's times, and certainly there's reasons too. You know, I don't, I'm not out here suggesting to, like, again, once again, go masturbate 6 times a day, or even once a day. Maybe not in a week. It's about when. It's like Alan Watts said, when I'm feeling horny, that's me. I'm like, hooray for that. When I'm feeling hungry, like, hooray, that's me. I'm feeling hungry. When I'm feeling whatever it is, that's nature. The feeling that runs through your body. Stopping that and repressing that on any level is only going to cause disease and hmm, the non-allowance for nature to take its course. I mean, you think animals are out there and practicing no fap? Let me ask you these questions again. Are animals vegan? Nope. Are animals practicing no fap? Nope. It's simple as that. Then all these people, you think animals are stupid. You think animals are stupid. They're not out here sticking each other with needles. They're not out here getting disease. They're not out here doing stupid shit. They're not building cars that will kill each other. They're not building guns to shoot people with. They're not starting giant wars. So this no fap thing is a trap. It's another trap. Just like every other movement of culture, you're gonna have a culture movement, then you're gonna have a counterculture movement. It's a thesis and an antithesis, or antithesis, or antithesis, however you like to say that word. And these things have existed. This is the dual mind that everybody gets into. Well, it's either fapping or no fapping. No, it's somewhere in the middle. And in fact, stop saying the word fap, because then I have to say it, and I don't fucking like saying it because I think it sounds stupid. Fucking fap artists. Man, I'm gonna slap these fucking no fappers. You know what? They're not gonna fap, but they're gonna fight, right? Well, you said you're not gonna fap, but you'll fight me? How about I slap you? How about we slap box? You can't slap box? Can you fat box? How about crap box? Can you crap in a box? Hmm. Hey, well, thank you everyone for showing up that quickly. I've got 8 people up in here. That's really cool. Um, Let me go a little farther with this, with the other words that I used here, the transmutation and things. And this is going to piggyback the last video I made. Once your body is in a relatively clean state, once you've removed most of the heavy metals and the salts and the little parasites and the worms and all of the garbage that's in your body, at that point you can start to transmutate things. When you have a lot of weight and garbage in your body, you just need to clean. You can't think of a house. Let's just make it simple for everybody. Think of your car or your house. If it's really, really dirty, you can't really start, can we trade this in for this? Can we start, you got to just clean it out. Then you can start transmuting or changing or altering. Hey, maybe I can take this element and trade it in for this. And on the highest level, that's what your body's doing. You're basically burning off something, and then it gives you the energy to create something new. But if you have a big, messy body, there'd be no reason to put something new into a messy home. Hey, I can sell all this shit and then go buy something fancy, and then you're just going to put some brand new item in a disgusting, filthy, shitty, shambly, broken down ass house. That wouldn't make any sense. You're going to buy a brand new big screen TV for your house that has shit everywhere. It wouldn't make any sense. Clean the whole house out. And then you can maybe have a little couple things here and there, and then get yourself the big screen TV and then keep cleaning up. But that transmutation of energy is what happens towards when your body is in a relatively high energy state. Because that high energy state will start to take in the energies from all of the bandwidths of the UVAs, the UVBs, and all of the other sunshine rays. And the sounds will go into your ears. You'll be able to transmute sounds, energies in your body. The smells you'll be able to take in. The foods, the little foods that you eat, a little pellet will become. It's like after doing a long fast, you take one bite of a peach to a long fast. For you, that might be 7 days. For you, that might be 10 days. Maybe a long fast for you is 40. I don't know. But you take a bite of a peach and you just go. It's not. It doesn't even have to get to the stomach. It's because as soon as it hits the mouth, as soon as it hits the teeth, because they're piezoelectric, there's energy that goes into your spine, into your whole system. And as soon as it gets into your tongue, it goes into your tongue. It gets into your bloodstream, and now all of a sudden those elements just go. But whenever you were eating all day, whenever you had all the shit in your house, getting a new item for your house doesn't matter. You wouldn't even see it. You wouldn't be able to feel it. Junipers, there you go. You got to. I mean, the seed has to be. The seed has. If you are a gardener, you have to constantly garden. You have to sow the seeds. You have to release the seeds. I had said this before about I know all these things, and for a long time I was like, what do I do with all this knowledge I have? I'd write a little bit, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm making YouTube videos, so I could here, just take this. This is what I know, and so that is a release of seed. My knowledge comes out of comes out of every pore of my system. It comes out of me. So as I speak, that's my seed. Well, one of them. There's many seeds. Sweat is a seed. Urine is your own seed, or others if they need it. So if we get it to the spark of life, what is that? Prometheus. Fire. Transmutation. The spark. The candle of life. When you have a flame, when you're like lit like a Duraflame log, when you have that, what do? You just gonna sit there with it? Not gonna give light to other people? You have all this seed. You're not gonna share it? And some people have so much. How much seed can you carry around with you? Like dudes that have been no fapping for like a month, their eyes, they start to get, they become very like intense, like not in a good way. Just become like, ugh, because they're so backed up. Like, if they can transmute the energy and they know what they're doing, but most of these people, they're not in the highest degree of mental health or physical health. They think they got the here's the here's the number one answer. Here's how you fix all things in the world. People thought in the beginning, hey, if I become a vegan, hey, if I don't FAP, hey, if there's always this, here's the way to fix all of the problem, which is life. Yet it's just not so. In fact, most often, they're only adding to the problem. How much seed do you need? How much energy do you need? It's like people trying to you can what people talk about, people that hoarding, in their house. About hoarding kittens. That's terrible. A whole house full of cats. How about hoarding money? People make fun of, like, oh, these rich people just hoarding all this money. Terrible idea, right? So they're gonna start hoarding energy and hoarding seed. It doesn't seem to be the best use of it. If you can transmute it and change it, cool. If you can flux it through your body and it makes sense, cool. But most people, they're trapping themselves, and they're trapped in blockages, and they're gonna destroy. Well, they're not gonna destroy. You can't destroy anything because you can always rebuild it. But they're gonna damage. You might call them their chakras, and they might damage. They might damage their organs, if we talk in that language. So all of these things, all of these, these ways of fixing whatever life is. And life is such a problem. Well, you're going to go through a gambit of different things to fix what you think the problem is. When you got to go to the root system. What is the problem? Well, there isn't one. It's just life. Take your shoes off. Go ground yourself. Look at the trees. Look at the animals. Look at the birds. They don't seem to have a problem. They just sitting there doing the damn thing. They're not like, hey, don't drop the seed. Don't do it. But I want to get back to one more idea, because I think it's worth reflecting on. Is there's a difference between the masculine and feminine dynamic of how energy works, magnetics and electricity. One is expressive and one is, inversion, right? Right? So if a woman is pulling energy in, it would be even more insane to not express the energy and move it around, because a woman should be orgasming most of the day, like in some way or another, mentally, or physically. Like they should be having pleasure, where a man should be holding on a little bit and then developing that. It's the opposing system. So the woman should already be cycling. Like, why do you think a woman ovulates? Like, there's already a cycle, part of the natural cycle. If we say Mama Earth, so I don't know what one is going out and one is going in. One is more like a tree, or volcano, or not that I really believe in volcanoes completely. We'll do that another time, but don't share that with too many people. I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know if those are man-made or fake or what, but just weird that they're only in a few places and not everywhere. But the idea, nonetheless, is there's a inversion to the masculine feminine principle. We'll see who's over here. I didn't listen to the whole thing about zigzag and UV. That's hilarious. I was thinking about UV and UV hue and what the we were talking about the blue light and the. Then I was watching Jay Dreamer's videos, and he gets into the purple and green portals, and what the, got the green light from the aurora borealis, and then the purple light. And interestingly enough, if you look at my sunglasses, the gold and the purple and the blue and the green. Yeah, which is very Mardi Gras colors. Stillness. Who else is up in here? Yeah, I need to listen to that whole video by Zigzag and UV, because the UV hues. And now I'm at the beach for a little bit, and I'm gonna be collecting the UV rays and charging myself up odd core because I'm here for a couple days, couple weeks. We'll see. And the sun is out today, and it should be picking up in heat and intensity over the next 2 weeks, next week and a half. It's a little chilly out right now. It's still in the mid to high 60s, but by the weekend it'll be in the 70s. I'll be able to go to the beach. What's up, Jessica? So cool that people got over here. Well, so for everybody on here that does know other people that listen to me, or if you or people that haven't listened to me, tell them to come to this channel because I think I'm gonna do most things from this channel, and I'm gonna give my other channel a little bit of a rest, and people can just use that and then archives of all of the work that I've done, and we'll do live videos from here, and because again, like I said, I'm gonna have to do them from here anyways, so you won't be able to comment back and forth and hang out. So we'll bug out in here, and so we'll do lives from here. So again, yeah, let other people know. Like, come over here and we'll funk things up over here. What's up, Leo Does? What's up, Jeremiah? It is. I do wish in a way that I had the balcony facing the other direction because the sun goes across the sky this way. So the beach is back there. Yeah, but it works out. This is nice. It's cozy enough. It's nice. It's nice in the very hot summer days. It's very hot over there. At least I get a little shade. Gotta respect the shade. Sepho, any ideas on how to change the weather and if it's a good idea? Sure, change the weather. Um, you're always changing the weather. You're an organism that has an auric field around you that you pretty much encase yourself in a weather system anyways. As you breathe, you're changing the weather. So is it a good idea? Sure, if you want to. And it's funny, I was looking up a few a few different spells on it just yesterday. Funny that you should ask. Um, I think it's on this computer. So maybe at next show, I'll do another show today later. I'll reveal the spell, and there's a few ways to do it, but depends on to what degree, you know. How powerful are you? How much energy do you have stored up, and how much weather do you want to change? I mean, the weather modification, as much as it is, technological, and they're putting certain elements in the sky. That is a lot of it is magic, like real deal, extra level people playing with magic and changing the weather. You could make your own biodome. I mean, didn't the natives always do rain dances and make it rain in the crops and all this? So there's a technological thing happening. There's a magical thing happening, harmonic thing happening, an energetic thing happening. One of the tips would be you need to take your shoes off and you need to be on the ground. That's going to allow you to radiate energy out of your spine, out of the top of your, back here where your little spinny thing is. You got it in the taint. You can either use your feet or you can use your taint on the ground. I prefer the feet because ain't really nobody taking their pants off to put their ass directly onto the ground. So if you really want to, I think you need 2 ground points in the bottoms of your soles of your feet. And from there, then you can get energy moving. It's just like any other, aerokinesis, kinesis work. Um, and but again, is it a good idea? What is a bad idea? What is a good idea? I can't suggest it would be either. What up, Zigzag? Self, you're trying to show people that it's a dream. Yeah, try telling people in a dream that it's a dream. That's tough too. Mm. Yeah, yeah, you can. Yeah, show exactly. Self, show people. Don't tell them. It's show and tell. Tell them too, but show them. You'd have to show them more than once in multiple ways, because they'll just like, oh, you're just lucky to do that. Oh, you just got lucky. The wind just happened to. And some people, they're not gonna want all of that. They're not gonna. It's a, when you say a need to know basis, it's like if they need to know, they'll know. They'll be like, holy shit, that's actually you're doing that. Okay, I get it. How we do that. And but then you gotta be, as an adept, you have to go. Is this person gonna use this information to uh, fuck something up? Are they capable of handling putting energy through the system? Are they going to just walk around and like flip cars over and do all this shit? Because then that's on your back. That's your responsibility if you take people on as students. See, I just make these videos. I've never taken any students on. I'm no one's guru. I just provide information and say, hey, go play with it if you can. And that's why so few people come through here. Because it's like, if you're looking for it, you'll find it. You've been outside for the past 3 days trying to send energy to the sun, practice healing and airbending. That's awesome. Cephal, I don't think you need to send energy to the sun. Flip that around, my dude. Cephal, don't send energy to the sun. The sun is giving you energy. Accept it. The moon is trying to request or succubus your energy. The sun is giving it to you. The moon is trying to grab it from you. So you have to basically ground yourself from the moon stealing from you. It's not stealing because the moon is doing something. It's basically another dimension. Just remember, it's just like certain people in your life are giving you energy and some people are trying to take it. You don't give the energy to people that are trying to take it. Give the people that need it, give them the energy. The sun is infinite. So accept the energy from the sun. Then you use the energy to put it wherever you want. Yeah? So you could put energy into that tree. You could accept energy from that tree. There's a give and take there. But the sun doesn't need your energy. Oh, this is magical. Using the elements to slow down and speed up perception and time. That's why a little bit of coffee and tobacco go together so well. Sorry about all the moving of the computer. I'm trying to get a good balance for where to put this thing. Okay, there we go. Haha, Stan Wingfield. Do you remember that video I made a while back? I told everybody I could. Hey, you want the upgrade to that? Here, it's free knowledge. Make yourself organite bowls, meaning you're going to use copper, magnets, and different. Quartz is the easiest thing to use. If somebody wants to start a company with me, like I know how to do it. You could be basically interacting with the earth. The copper plate you're talking about is the easy way to do it. You just put copper in your shoe, then flip it around in the bottom, and you're walking around, and you're connected. Even though you have rubber soles on, you're still connected. But the upgrade is make the entire sole a organite. With, yeah, it's gonna be a little heavier, but you could really do some heavy duty magic with that. Inferno of Earth, full moon tomorrow, fasting then. I think I will be, because now I'm at the beach, so it makes it easier to fast. Because when I'm in New Orleans, it's like, it's just 24/7 of, let's go party, let's go eat, let's go do shit. But here, the beach is there, the courts on the beach, and all the extra ionization from the salt water, and the sun will be out, and yeah. The edge of the dimensions, the earth dimension, the water dimension, huh? Self of the sun pushes the sun, there you go. Because the sun is trying to get to you. Sup, United Studios, what's good? John Shamanic, what's up, man? Yeah, Stan Winfield. That's the easy stuff. That's the super upgrade right there. I mean, obviously, making a shoe with a sole is gonna take some work. Um, but even one you could use like a disc magnet, like a flat circular magnet with a hole in the middle, and then wrap that magnet with a coil, just like you would, you know, to produce electricity. Wrap it in a. I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do that. I'll make a whole video on it. I did a while back, but I'll make another one. And in the middle of that, you'd put your crystal. And you're going to want to make sure the north is facing. I forget which way it is. You're going to have to do a little research for yourself. I forget if you had to invert it so the north is facing down, so it pushes the energy away and makes a field around you. If you put this the north up, so it sucks it into your body. I don't remember what it is. But then, so there you go. You basically made yourself a little. Put that in the heel of your shoe, and then take that copper and put it underneath to the earth, so that way when you're walking around, you're gonna. I think you even on concrete. I think you can still ground. I think you can still ground out on concrete. So even if you're walking on a sidewalk, you're still connected to the earth. I'm pretty sure, because there's the amount of type of elements in there. I think you still ground out. I don't think it works on asphalt though, because there's too much tar in it. Cepha, what does the moon do? Oh man, I've made so many videos on the moon. What does it do? Just remember, remember this: the Earth is the mother, the sun is the father. The moon is basically a surrogate mother, but it's another system that is drawing energy. It's pulling energy. This is why when you put something out at night, it decays. If you put something out in the sun, it causes it to live. If you took the sun away, all of the plant life would die. If you let the moon out, it would all die. It would all decay and turn into like mold. It'd be right. So everything the moon is doing. So which is. And people got this wrong. People always like, oh, why are you talking so much shit on the moon? I'm like, no, the moon gives women periods for a long period of time if they're unhealthy, because it's trying to remove all the toxic blood from their system, all of the salts and all of the heavy metals, because there's something magnetic about the moon, which is saying, hey, get that shit out of your body. That's what's. But if a woman's healthy, her period is much shorter. And I've suggested in some of my early videos that I made about periods, because periods are connected to the moon in every way. Even when you're writing something, the period at the end of the sentence is the moon. That goes some deeper stuff right there. It's just one. It's a portal to a. Just look at all the movies that use the moon as a reference to something, and the moon has everything to do with money, and there's a certain kind of money magic, and it's another realm that I think has to do with their realm started to break apart, so they had to succubus from another realm. But the things that they're taking to repair their atmosphere, which I think that might be a portal to that realm. I think this is just a feeling that I have. The reason so many pockmarks on the face of what you call the moon, because I think it's an entryway to a portal to their realm. The things that they need to prepare that is things that we shouldn't have in our body anyways, that we don't need. So give that to the moon, and it repairs the moon, and the moon would become another sun. I think it's something like that, but hey, I could be wrong. So it's not like the moon is stealing anything. The moon is just taking the things that you shouldn't have in your body anyways. Who really needs all of the things? Like, what do you really need? What does the baby need in its body? What kind of diet was the baby on? Wasn't asking for any extra iron supplements. Was it? I wasn't asking for any special diet. It just needed the milk. And even at that, even at that, was maybe a little too much. Yeah, man. Hey, freak, if you want to, man, I'll be the you just you want me to help you do it? What do you need to know? You just cut me a check or whatever, you know. I'll help you do it, whatever. I know how the shit's done. I'll help you design it, whatever. All the mathematics, all of it, the geometries, for sure. It's just like doing, as I've put in many of my early videos. I'm happy to do this if anybody, and I can even probably find a little bit of the capital to start it up. But I just don't have the people that are really interested in doing it. I'm not gonna go out and search out like, hey, do you want to do this? Like if somebody's really about it, they'll come to me and I'll say, okay, you bought this, you want to do this? Let's do it. Mm. And there's a couple other things you can do with distillers to even upgrade that. Inferno, yeah, bone breathing. I've heard about that. I've never really dug too much into it, but there is this really cool healing methodology. It's basically the same thing as cupping or the same thing as um, gua sha, but it's kind of a little separate method where you take bamboo sticks and you strike yourself with it, and that there is gonna clean the blood, and it's also gonna start to the bone marrow. It starts to vibrate the bone marrow. And really, if you want to upgrade that, you could make some really cool bamboo sticks with quartz in it. That would be cool. And you just strike yourself. Not hard, not hard. We're not beating the shit out of ourselves or anybody else. And you can there's this great video online of this one of these ancient teachers that this guy, he couldn't even walk. It's like doctor's like, you're not gonna be able to move. Guy comes over his house and just beats him on his back for like 30 minutes over the course of like 2 or 3 days. The dude can get up and walk, all because he got all of the sha out of his system, which was stagnated, coagulated blood, and that stagnated, coagulated blood was basically all of the extra gunk and gook, and see somebody like, oh, he's saying gunk and gook. That's not scientific. Well, do you want me to tell you what elements? I don't know what the person was eating. I don't know why it's like that, but I can probably tell you they put things in their fat face. They just shoveling things in their face that got into their blood that didn't allow the sha to move. So go out and dance and start moving. And that movement will start to allow the bone marrow to regrow everything from the inside. Everything is grown from the inside out. There's no way of repairing things from the outside in. The only thing you're getting from the outside is the sun. From the inside, it's the water. You put the water into the body, water is in here, the sun hits you, and you start radiating it out. You start pushing out of your body all of the things you don't need. So, we'll call it down, that one. There you go, Stan. Ooh, Organite Austin, that sounds awesome. The medicine wheel? I wonder if you were to take a dream catcher, you know how the webbing is, and how if you make it the right way, it looks like the portal that you go through when you go into an astral realm. If in the middle of that you were to put a magnet in the middle, that might be pretty cool. Yeah. Let me know. I'm telling you, if people are really about this, like, I'm happy to, I'm happy to do this. Yeah. It's like, that in the deep forest, there's that teacher that there's this, you hear whispers of the teacher that knew everything, and then somebody goes and spends 4 years trying to find the teacher, like, oh, can you be the, like that teacher that knows all the shit ain't gonna go out like, hey, look I've got all the information. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, okay, I'll take that. Peace. I did that a few times. yeah, I've got this. And then all of a sudden they're like walking away with my energies, and they're like, oh, really? Oh, okay, fine. I'll be over here. Come see me. Yeah, I already got the name for the shoes. I already got the whole program. I already got it all. I already have the whole marketing campaign, everything. It's all done. It's already made. I already got it up there. And for sure, the distiller thing, yeah. There's a few simple things we can do to upgrade the distiller, and it won't cost that much more. And really, like, as far as and here's the thing is with businesses for me, um, once you get your EIN and your you don't want to make you want to make a not for profit, not a profit, not a for profit, and not a non-profit, a not for profit. That way you have your paycheck, and anything on top of that, that's cream that you can invest in other shit. But a non-profit means you cannot make a profit. You don't want that. And you don't want a profit company because you can go under, you can go bankrupt. And it's like, who wants to profit off of things? That's that's the number, that's usury right there. That'd take the world. You want a not for profit. If you happen to make some, if you make a little extra, then you just invest that in other things. Yeah, freak, right on. For sure. Yeah, freak, let me know, man. Down to down to do this damn thing, whatever it is. And some super fresh. I mean, I got some other crazy ideas about things. They ain't so crazy. They sound crazy to stupid people. All right, what else? 40. Hey, give me 1 second, guys. Let me go. Let me just have my puppy real quick, and I'll be back in. Give me 3 minutes. we got here? Mm-mm-mm. Catherine Miracle, what's going on? Sorry, sometimes I eat. I'm so overwhelmed with the awesomeness of watermelon and pineapple, and I just forget to breathe. I'm just like, oh my god, so good. Yeah, I can't decide what my favorite fruit is. It's either pineapple or honeydew. Cantaloupe can be really good, really sweet cantaloupe, but honeydew is up there. Mm. Or the only thing that might be better than all of that is mango. Mango is up there too. Yeah, groovy. Mm. I like mango because of the way you can peel it open and just eat it, and it's a big mess. Yeah, yeah. The small ones, out of the champagne mangoes, are fucking out of this world. You know how I like to eat mangoes, the really small ones too. Oh, no, the dog wants to come outside. Let's see if this little puppy wants to come out here. Come on, come on, baby. Come on. You want to say hi? You want to say hi to Meatball? Hey, Meaty, what are you doing? You want to say hi? Hi, where you at? Say hi. Where you at? There you are. Say hi. No? Oh, you just want to sniff me? Well, thank you. Shoot me a camera shot. Oh, there you are. Say hi. No? Oh, the best way to eat mangoes, though, is take those little champagne mangoes, and you delicately squeeze them, like you just kind of just softly, like an A cup. You just, little B cups, squeeze them all just so gently till it starts to become liquid inside. And as soon as you get the whole way through, it takes a minute. It takes a couple minutes, and it becomes very liquid. And then you pop that little stem off the top, and you bite a little hole in it, and you squeeze it into your mouth like. That's so amazing. That's especially if it's like fresh and it's like right off the tree. It's kind of warm, still sun kissed. Yeah, that's what's up. Oh, she don't want to go back inside. I can tell. She comes out here, just sniffs me, and goes back inside. Mm. Yeah, watermelons, man. Yeah, I can take them or leave them. I mean, they're so standard. They're really one of the greatest things to do a fast on, though. Watermelons are a great diuretic, and they'll help you clean you right out. Hmm. But as far as mangoes are up there, and melons are good for the head and the breasts or the lungs. Yeah, cheers, freak, for sure, for sure. All right, so tell me which direction to go now. I got a few more minutes. Let me see how much charge I got on this thing. I'll take it until, let's see, what are we looking at with time? It's like 2 o'clock. I got a few things to do, a few tasks to accomplish. Hmm. Mango and banana. Yeah, that's yeah, bananas, man. I don't know. I like bananas when they're in the juice of something else. Bananas by themselves, I can take them or leave them. I can take them or leave them. And I think that it's probably just because of the, you know, bananas are so, like the process, like how far they've come from what they originally were. Not that I'm against hybridization of anything. I think hybridized fruits are a great idea. Not genetically modified, but hybridized. Because there's nothing that isn't there's nothing that's not hybridized. And I will once again let everyone here know, if you're new to my channel in the background, or I have not seen you before, or even if you do know, let your friends, let your family, let anybody that requires listening to me speak live, that we're doing it now on Zen Alchemist, and my other channel is going to be just sitting there as kind of a library of information for people, but we're doing lives over here. I don't know how much more content I'll be putting on there until I can maybe get back on there in a couple months, but we'll do lives here. So holla at your people, let them know, and maybe I'll start doing some content on here different if I can, because I was so generously donated an awesome computer. I'll see if I can get it hooked up where I can do lives from that, where I can do extra cool shit, you know, like fancy little images and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, the small burrito bananas, yes. Yeah, those I don't know that I've ever had those. I've seen them. I know what you're talking about, but never. Oh, and a question for everybody here. Here's a question. This thing here that I have going on, should I trim it? Should I trim it up? Or should I just keep letting this go until it turns into like a wizard beard? I need answers. Because I've been suggested that I should trim it because it's getting a little wiry, a little wild. I've also I went the other way and I oiled it up, try to train it to get into the correct. Leave it. Thank you, Zigzag. Appreciate that. Anybody else? And Think and Grow Rich by, I guess that's Napoleon Hill, right? I heard of them talking about using sexual transmutation, talked about focusing on the known factors and somehow the unknown factors to solve for some inventions for... Yeah. Thank you, Inferno. Yes, this is true. This is true. It's a different species of people. And Think and Grow Rich. Yeah, this is the thing. Is it depends on what you want to grow. Like what life is about. What do you desire? What do you want? That's the only reason life exists, because there was a desire for it, the whole thing of life to exist. And so in every moment and every day and you have things like that's what I want, and you plant seeds and you get that thing, whatever it is. So you can use that sexual energy, you can transmute it to be anything. But would you not like a harem of women? Would you not like to have a dozen lovers as a man? As a woman, maybe, you know. I mean, these are different psychological things. I think women would rather have one man. Rather have, but that could be one thing you want. But maybe other times you're like, nah, I'm focusing on, I want a business, I want cars, I want power, I want this building, I want this, I want that. It's just a matter of how you want to divide up the energy. And so there's a way to have all of it, because we live in a mental realm. So if we can figure out how to store up mental energy. I mean, the mental is, see, our brain is up here and it's a processing unit. Mental energy is our whole system. It's our whole body. It's everything around us. So we live in a mental universe. You can extract out of the aether any energy you need whenever you want it. I mean, think of times that you really had to get something done. Like, you just, you know, it could be any time. Like, if you got to do something, you got to do something. Like, hi, doggy. Hi, little puppy. Like my dog wants to go out at like, you know, she got poopies at 3 in the morning. She wakes me up. I'm like, okay, cool, you gotta go outside. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Hi. Oh, are you chilly? Oh, are your toesy chilly? Is the concrete still cold on you? Here, let me let you back inside. Hold on, let me get this little dog inside. You wanna go back inside? Are you cold out here? Hi, come here. Okay. Come on. Let's go there, get warm. Here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Oh, she's being such a little. Okay. She's being such a little 2-year-old right now. She wants my attention, but she also is like chilly because the concrete is still a little chilly on this building. Hi, baby. Yes. Oh, I can tell your little feet are cold, huh? Hmm? All right, let me see. Unless you guys got. Then when you go on a job that there was 90% chance you wouldn't come back from. I don't know. I mean, there's a 100% chance that I don't come back from this life. You know what I mean? Or there's a 100% chance that, you know, we transmute and we're immortal and all that. So, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think walking down the street, there's just as much of a chance of any weird shit happening. I don't know, man. I don't think I would. I think you kind of choose to go into this life with a 100% chance that you die, whatever that means. It means to split yourself into something different. I don't know, man. I've always had like a rather kind of apathetic view about that kind of stuff. I don't really consider it. Somebody's like, you might get shot in the face. I'm like, well, is there a lot of pain? Like, I already dealt with a lot of pain. I don't think I want any more of that. if you just like, you won't come back, like, oh, I mean, that's cool. Where might I go? Might I go to paradise? Cool. I'll take that job. Catherine, get a master beard. Okay, I'll just trim it up just a little bit. Just get a couple of those little scraggly things out the way. Catherine, Rainbow Body. You just put Rainbow Body in question. What are you asking about that? I wouldn't be the best person to ask about. Like, you're asking about the different bodies. I just know that I've been in different realms. I've been 4 levels deep within the. Remember the movie Inception? Dream within a dream within it. I've been 4 levels deep, and the 4th level is nuts. I've been in this body sleeping and went to sleep in my next body, knowing that this body was asleep, and went to sleep on purpose on my next body to be the 3rd body. Now those are kind of the rainbow bodies, I guess. But I've also seen just different densities. But even in those densities, I could still physically touch things and pick things up and smell things and read them. But I've seen during astral travels, I've seen the different levels, the different colors. There seems to be 7 colors of there's the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. I've seen at different times. I've seen up to 3 of them where they were like, it was like a grid pattern across the sky of red, and then the orange, and it was it was kind of intertwined. It's hard to explain, but so yeah, you can jump into those. But for me, whenever I'm just dipping around in the astral, I'm just kind of observing and just checking things out. And There's no real. I kind of just go there, dip in like a fetch to find information to bring back with me, and then people ask me. I've never purposely went there like, okay, I'm gonna go and find out about the different bodies. Like I just happen to know that they exist. I could tell you how to access them, I suppose, and that rainbow body would be called using the rainbow bridge of fruit or your organs. So I'll give you the quick rundown on that. You would do a fast on the different colored fruits. There's 7 different colors. You would fast 7 days on red, 7 days on orange. So like strawberries and apples and all of the red fruits, and then oranges and mangoes, right? 7 days, 7 days, 7 days. And those would be, and now I would first fast on water or orange to clean the body. And then you're gonna start to play with your 7 major organs or your 7 chakras, and each one of those will rebuild and start to harmonize and cause your organ to create that sound it should be making, which then your body will feel. So you start with the lowest one. You start with red, and you would do 7 days of that. Or you could go, red, orange, yellow, green. You could do a week of doing the colors and then do the next week of the colors. Just a different way of doing it, but the easiest, best way so you can actually notice it would be 7 days on one color, and that's called the rainbow bridge. And so it takes you 49 days to do it. So that's really like hardcore, because then, and the best way to do it is not to eat it, but to juice it. So you would do a 49-day juice fast. I've done different aspects of that, but those things are, the energy of a red fruit is going to basically let you see through that chakra, the red chakra. Does that make sense? And that those will start to build different parts of your bodies, because those harmonics of those organs and those chakras are basically different parts of your light body. As I'm sitting here playing with the yellow realm, it was maybe like, how many years ago? 8 years ago, 9 years ago, when I first had a really intense dream. I mean, before that I had lots of different, well actually I'd gotten out of body before then plenty of times. But I hate people that chew and talk when they're chewing something. I fucking hate it. And I hate people that suck on their fingers too. Or like suck on their teeth. I fucking hate that shit. When I first had this dream that was so vivid, and it showed me something. I was driving a yellow Lamborghini, and I couldn't get out of second gear. Couldn't get it out of second gear. And I was like, what the fuck? What is all the symbology? This is when I was really studying dreams. I'm trying to figure out what was going on with the dreams and what the dream world was. Now the guy into it was like, what is the yellow one? What is the yellow chakra? And what's it associated with? It's associated with the bull. A Lamborghini's emblem is a bull. Crazy. So then I was like looking into what organ. Well, that all lines up to exactly a dilemma that I'm having at that time. That I was clogged up, so I did a bunch of cleanses, did some coffee enemas, and after that, I had a dream about driving a yellow Lamborghini. I could move it, I could drive it, because I'd cleaned out that organ that was clogged up. So your dream world talks to you symbolically. Most people, black and white dreams, I mean, they got no color in their system. Once you start seeing the colors, so all they use is symbology. Black and white, at least you can get the symbol. So if you get the symbol, it could be a shape, but it's usually going to be an animal, or say something more earth-based, like if it's a tree, or it's a cat or a lion or a bear or something. Those things have specific references to, those are energies, those are certain types of primal aspects of nature, like a totem pole. and they deal with certain parts of the body. And so symbolically, even if your dreams are black and white because you don't have very much vision, you'll still be able to decode that. Or if a shape comes up, a triangle means something, a square means something, a circle means something, a star means something, because it has to do with cymatics, and those are energetic systems. But as those become awoke, and then the colors, it becomes more vivid to what the dilemma is. And then after that, then you can just like run through them, and then all of a sudden, you can see all the colors, and then you don't have any. Then if one of the colors isn't showing up, then you're like, oh, that's right, my blue chakra has been kind of jammed up. So you go and start eating some blueberries and some, raisins and whatever. Mm. Mm. So as I put to people, most important thing to do is water, cleanliness, clean out the body, or Orgone. Orgone's the upgrade by far. Water, Orgone. And then you'll, as you're doing that, you'll add a lot of fiber to your system. That way you can clean out your colon. That way, after the colon, if the colon is clean, it's called the river of life or the river of death. Once that's clean of the nutrients and nutrition, which is really just water and the color in it, because that color is a shape or a vibration, and get into your system and your blood easier. And that will start to interact with your body, and your body will start to vibrate. Like right now, it's a little chilly outside. I've been cleansing for a couple days. Like I can really feel the energy of these things in my system. My body's like, ugh. I haven't cleansed in a while, so I get a little bit of the. It's almost like a speediness, but that balances out after. You're not going in there. What are you doing? What are you doing? But once you balance those things out and cleanse out the organs, you'll remember how they work. It's like running fast for the first time. You're like, whoa, slow down, I might fall over. But then you're used to running fast. How you doing, puppy head? She see how little jealous monster she is, little creature. She just puts her face right in front of her. Yeah. Because she wants my attention. That's funny. I took you to the sound side of the beach today. She went and got in the sand, played around a little bit. Oh, and your animals too. Your animals work pretty much the same way. I'm not telling you to feed your animals too much fruit because they don't really want fruit because they realize that fruit is human food. But you should clean them out the same way distilled water, fibers, clean out their system, and then their foods, usually, depending on what their natural diet would be, which nobody really knows. Nobody really knows what an animal's natural diet is. They just want the energy from usually blood, because blood is high test energy. But blood energy, the clean version of blood is Orgone. Orgone is of a higher value than blood is. Blood transfusion will kill someone. You can if it's not the right blood, because they have different kind of. You got your antibodies and your antigens, your antibodies and antigens. If they don't line up, because you've been eating a different diet or you come from a different place and you haven't balanced your system up, you'd kill somebody with blood. Huh? Urine's not going to kill anybody because it's like crude oil versus gasoline. Gasoline is your Orgone. Crude oil is your blood. It can be used, but it's not the highest form. It's not the highest version. The highest energetic thing is definitely going to be what your body's already cleaned. That's why the sludge goes out the back. Your friend's dog loves oranges. This one likes, that's funny, this one likes carrots. So not fruits, but the orange color. Interesting. She really likes carrots. Kind of like, you always think about, she wants to go in this. What do you want to go in there for? This little closet here. I don't know. There's nothing in there, guy. I wonder if that's because, let's see, red, orange, chocolate. I guess that's going to be for their mean, for her, whenever she likes carrots, I think it's just digestive because it's so much fiber. Helps her clean her out. A lot of energy in that. There we go. I can't think of what other fruits she likes. Usually she looks at a fruit and she's like, meh. Curious dog star. Yeah. Yeah, she is the sniffiest dog I've ever seen. Even at her slightly advanced age. Bananas. I think bananas are usually for digestive issues. I know that a lot of dogs that have digestive issues, the best thing for them is sweet potatoes, bananas, and things like this. It helps to soothe the digestive tract, and also there's enough fiber in it to push things out. And blueberries too. See, this one's very funny. I don't know what her favorite. She likes any kind of nut. Oh, there's our dog over here. Is there another dog? Oh yes, there's a tiny little puppy. I can't even believe she can see it. I think she can just smell it. Yeah, pumpkin too. There's the other one, zigzag. Pumpkin, banana, and sweet potatoes. There's the three that are really good for. I think let's see if she wants some watermelon. You want some watermelon? Sometimes she likes watermelon, but right now I don't know if she's just disinterested because she already ate, or because she usually, like, whenever she sees things or she's outside, it doesn't matter what it is, she don't want it. She's like, no, I'm busy. Yeah, the grass thing. One thing you can do, I found, is someone likes seaweed, so I just buy the nori, seaweed wrapping paper for sushi. I feed her a sheet of it. She just chows down. She loves it. And so whenever I see her try to eat some grass, I'm like, oh, what hasn't she been getting in her diet? Or you can get some wheatgrass and just juice some wheatgrass. Don't put too much wheatgrass because it can really upset their stomach, because that's way too much energy, right? So the amount of wheatgrass, they would never eat that much grass. So you only use a little bit. If your dog's always trying to eat grass, get some seaweed, get the nori, and see if that will adjust how much they want to eat grass, because it's going to have a lot of the same, obviously all the green properties. And then wheatgrass. You can probably get wheatgrass in a container, but it might be pasteurized. I don't know. It depends on where you are and what you can find, or just make some wheatgrass. Wheatgrass is really simple to grow, and it's super cheap. I don't know if you've ever grown any wheatgrass. You can get a wheatgrass kit for next to nothing. Like, plant it, takes like 7 days, and you'll have wheatgrass that big, and chop it up, juice it, or just feed it to them like right there. Like, just let them eat it themselves. You don't even need to juice it really. Yeah, dog food. This dog hasn't eaten dog food. When I got her, I wasn't really familiar with all of the health things. So this is like many, many years ago. So only for like a year did she ever eat dog food. And then after that, I tried the raw meat thing from, like, oh, here's the dog packages of raw meat from I'd go to like there's a pit bull breeder, and she had all of the raw meat that they kept in the freezer. So I tried that for a little while, and it was just too much to deal with, unthawing it and blah blah blah. And then I started cooking for her and giving her raw foods, maybe like 10 years ago. So for a long time it was like cooked chicken and stuff, and then maybe like 8 years ago she went pretty much vegetarian. For as long as I was vegetarian, she was. So there was a good 7 years that all she ate was vegetarian food. Cooked, uncooked. And then lately it's like she's pretty much on the diet that I am. She eats what I eat, or I cook for her, which is mung beans, rice, oatmeal, And then I'll do a bunch of spices, turmeric, and things that are good for, you know, pretty much any being. Turmeric, gingers, things like this. Indian food basically, or I'll just give her Indian food. She loves Indian food. That's a good diet. If you can get the prepackaged Indian food, like at first, I think most dogs to transition. I know that people are like, oh, if I give my dog anything but dog food, they get diarrhea. I'm like, well, they're getting diarrhea because they're trying to get rid of all of this clogged up shit that's in their system from eating dog food. So if you get prepackaged Indian food in the little pouches, you can get them for like $1.99 if you have like a Indian store or like one of those international stores. Get those. Those are cheap, and $2 for a meal for a dog. And after a few days, after they're cleaned out, then they'll have pretty good solid poop. And you can, you know, obviously add the rice to that and a little bit of yogurt. Just feed them an Indian meal, you know, Indian food, yogurt, and some naan or whatever. Yeah, this shit is she's happy as anything on that. And speaking of curry is the root word for currency. Yeah, it's energy. They already designed the food based upon the colors and the energies within. Look at the flavors and the spices and what they're doing. They already figured that shit out a long time ago. This is their earth. Or Indians, the Indigos, both the Indians, but especially those Indians with the Ayurveda and all that. Their culture was already new. They already knew how the frequency and vibrations work. Why do you think they're using hot peppers? And oh, and she loves hot peppers too, which is funny. Most animals don't. She likes hot food, Mexican food, Indian spices, but they already balance it out. They already knew you need spices, currency. It's like electricity running through your system. This is why they use butter, like ghee, so the oils or the fats, oils and fats. They use the milk and the ghee, which actually lubricates all of your system and makes sure your veins and everything are lubricated, so that way the energy of the spices, the currency, the energy can go through it and vibrate and give you the energy without. If you think of it this way, if anybody's familiar with electricity and how amperage works and how electricity works and how you got ohms, you've got amperage, you've got voltage. Like, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but basically, if you've got a wire and around it is a very thin sheath, a very very thin rubber coating, and it gets brittle, then that electricity can burn something out. But if you keep that like oiled and moist, if you keep that rubber nice and, it's not going to burn it out. You can actually heat it up more, so there's more energy in there. So that's what the heat is. Heat energy is a vibration, so that it's extra heat in the body. So that vibration that's occurring is all of those different curries. So you think about people run hot. Some people can run. This is the difference. There's an Eastern and a Western. I think it's more of a Northern and a Southern thing myself, because of the climates. Eastern and Western is just a mentality, left or right. So the Eastern world and the Western world, I think, is a Northern and Southern world. Here it is. You have a cold chi and a hot chi. You have people that run cold, but their body is running on different things. So there's like Nordic people, red-haired people that use different things to run their system, because that's what's in their the zone of where they live. What kind of plant life would grow where the Nordics live? What grows where the Indians will, the South Indians? What grows there? Hot peppers. You're not gonna have hot peppers growing in the Nordic countries. So their chi is gonna be running different. They're not gonna be weaker or stronger. There's just using what's available within their region, their blood viscosity and everything to run within. Like if you just traded places from, you got a Nordic and somebody lives in Ecuador. If you just traded places, the Nordic man in 110 degrees heat will die, and the really thin-blooded running on hot peppers and fruits all day, you put them in the cold, they'll freeze to death. It's not going to work, because their deity, their blood, it's called Ra, food from Ra. It's not called the raw food diet. It's called the Ra, the sun food diet. I mean, is the sun there, and what's growing? So they have to find a way to cook things in the northern regions. They have to take the sun of the sky and put it onto the ground, which is a fire. And that fire then produces their stews, and they cook the roots, and they make all of these teas, and everything is, that's the warmth they're giving themselves, and their potatoes and starches, and it's thickening up their blood, and it's making them, you know, insulate themselves from inside. Their thermal systems are, the viscosity of their blood is thicker. If you think about it in your car, why do you think there's 5W30, 10W40, all of these different, there's different viscosities of oil? Depends on what climate you're living in. You would never use a thin oil in the north, because your car would never start. You need a thicker oil. You see, this is the same thing's happening with the blood. So that's something to keep into people's considerations. Let's see how much juice I got left on this. I got a little bit longer for you guys. What else? Anything else? Give you guys a couple more minutes to consider if you have any questions before I run off and an hour of things to do. Maybe have a beverage. And thanks for what I said earlier. Tomorrow is a full moon. I didn't recognize that. Oh, and tomorrow's full moon, and it's also a day from the spring equinox. So getting into, anybody wants to talk about skull and bones? Oh no, let's talk about 322. Lady, what are you doing? That's the 22nd of March. 22nd of March is basically the actual spring. You got April 1st, which is, you know, April Fool's Day, which is the new year, and then the spring equinox. Hi, doggy. Which is 322, which is when things should be sprung. When the real new year, oh yes, what are you doing? So, yeah, that's the number is actually applying that. The implication of the number 322 is the number 3 is a multiplicity, the triangulation, and 22, which is a math number, which means in the spring everything good happens. In the spring everything blossoms. So you should always have a mindset of things always being better. Cold winters, and then you get a spring. Here, 322. Oh no, that means skull and bones. No, it means you make the best of everything, because there's all of the seeds that are being planted, and it depends on the region you live in, but you know, here comes some life, here comes some flowers, here comes all of the goodness. Out of death you create life. And that's what shamans do. And that's like, even life and death is It's so funny. I don't know if you ever do this. I smush this dog's head so good that she gets the energy running down her spine, and then she just has to throw it all off her head. Yeah, isn't enough? You gonna shake it off yet, or what? I know it's cold on your paws, but I asked you to go inside. Oh, yeah. She knows this thing. She just smashes this because she's like, I want your attention. I've been giving you my attention. Okay, let's go see. Here you go. All right, I guess you guys are fresh out of questions, so I will call this a cast. Cast this spell upon y'all. Hope you've enjoyed. And I might make another one today And as I told y'all earlier, let your friends and family and other peoples know this is the channel I'll be working from, doing live shows. If I do have anything longer that I want to do one directionally, I'll put that on my other channel, but as I usually like to do live streams, we'll be doing them over here. Thanks for showing up. I'll give you guys the last few seconds here in case there's any last second questions. I'll give you to 1:30. But as always, have a glorious day. Do weird things. Stay funky. Stay fresh. Ground yourself out. Go get yourself some sunshine. And I think I might have to do some of that in a second here. These are the last 3 minutes. Because that works about right, because that's about how much juice I have left too. We'll do a short meditation here. What should we do it on? Let's do a meditation on meditation. I've always liked that one. It's like thinking about thoughts. What exactly is meditation? Hey, Catherine, I may have a time delay. Oh, there you go. I just seen that. All right, Leo. Fappers unite. UV Hue up in here. Fap on, fap off. You know what I'm saying? I forgot that was the beginning of the video, and we've transmuted all of the fapping energy into all new dialogue and ideas about all the cool stuff we talked about today. Stay genius, stay funky, stay in the flow of whatever it is that you find most faptastic. Faptastic, you don't say. Alright guys, I'm gonna get out of here. You enjoy your day, and you might see me a little later. We'll talk soon. Stay cool.